that would be great. Okay, first of all, my name's Melissa Womack Adams, and I am I'm an executive with Singular. I've been with the company for May will be 4 years, and I live in Georgia. And Cynthia Evans is one of my best friends, and we met through this. And we went to Mexico together. Gosh, I got back on the 12th. And while I was there, I told her, I said, God, I wish I could do something different. I wish I could just do, keto like all these other people are. And Mountain, she says, well, why can't you? And I said, because I don't know how, I don't know what I'm doing. And I had told her that my sister had done it since August, and she'd lost like 50 pounds. And it's just, I did it about a year ago, and I gained 18 pounds in 3 weeks. And I was just like, I can't do this, And so, so she said, I'll coach you. And I was like, I was not going to let that opportunity pass me by at all. So I was all on board. And we came home, and scared me to death on the way home. We flew home together, and she tells me, she says, okay, you're going to do a fat fast for 2 days. And I was like, fat fast? Let me say that fast 10 times. Fat fast, fast, fast. And I was making fun of it. I was like, okay, I don't know what all this is going to entail, but I trust Cynthia, and I said I would do it. So already, it's just like people before they start our program, they already know it's not going to work for them, right? I was the same way with this keto. So I get home and I drink my coffee. I follow it to the T, drink my coffee, get up the next morning. She's like, man, you're probably going to drop 3 or 4 pounds the first day. Get up the next morning and weigh 0.2 pounds. And of course I was like, see, I told you it's not going to work. I told you. And she says, you got to trust me. You got to do it again. You got to do it again today. And so I was going to do this fat fast for 2 or 3 days until I got into ketosis. So did it again the next day. And I'm telling y'all, and I'm just going to be straight up with you. I don't want to hide anything. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. The first day, I thought I was going to chew my arm off. I was so hungry. I am not kidding. I was hungry. So the second day, I did my coffee. And then in the afternoon, I said, because I asked her, I said, well, what happens if I eat something? She says, well, it's just going to take you longer to get into ketosis. And I said, well, and I said, okay, well, if it takes 1 more day, at least my husband will survive the day. That I was thinking that would be nice if, he lived through this. So I ate an omelet, and then that afternoon, and then that night, I drank another cup of coffee, got up the next morning, 5.2 pounds gone. I was like, holy crap, I can do this another day. And it went on from there. Then third day, when I got up and weighed, I've lost that weight. That's when I was like full on in ketosis. And I was like, okay, here we go. And I dropped 12.8 in 7 days in 1 week. And most of y'all have seen the pictures, because it's not just the scale. I melted. I've never seen anything like it. Like in 7 days, the jeans that I wore 7 days before that I couldn't even get buttoned, I could get on without having to lay on the bed or jump up and down to get my fat butt in them or anything. I was just like, pulled them up, buttoned them, they fit. And I couldn't even believe it. So I thought it's the same thing with Singular. I had something is working for me. I want to share it. So that's how this group came about. I just put it out there and said, hey, is anybody, if I were to do this and coach you just like I'm being coached, would anybody want to do it? And just 150 of my closest friends said yes. Instead of 3 or 4, like I thought it was going to be. So we're going to roll with this. We're going to do it. It may not be for everybody. And it's just going to have to be something that you figure out yourself and see if it's something that you want to do. But I have never lost this much weight since in 3.5 years. My first 8 day, I lost 12.5 pounds. This is more in 1 week than I have ever lost at one time with just that. I have been on the fat burner. Today is 18 days. So I started the day it was released on January the 8th. So it could be a combination of the fat burner and keto. I don't know. I don't care. That's whatever is working. I'm all about this. So, I have enlisted help when it became more than a few of us. I first reached out to my upline, Lacey Friend, because she has this big keto group. She's been doing it a while. So I reached out to her, and she, of course, agreed to jump in. So she is in this group. She's going to help me coach. And then, of course, the lady that's coaching me, Cynthia Evans, both Lacey and Cynthia are platinum executives with the company. Both Cynthia's been here since the onset. Lacey's been here for, I don't know, 8 years maybe, and almost since the onset too. She's been with the company for a long time. And then one of my best friends, she is a midwife, and she has been doing keto for about 2 years. You'll have to unmute yourself, and I want to introduce you to her. But she has lost 80. How many?
Oh, sorry. I've lost 85 pounds.
85 pounds doing keto.
40 of those were with keto. I did 45 with singular supplements and low carb plan, and then I rolled on to keto, and I haven't really looked back. I've had a couple of setbacks because life is life, and then you start doing other things, but nothing where I gained a bunch of weight back or anything like that. The good thing with keto, yes, you have to really stick with it, but once you know what you're doing, and it helps to be in a community like this, because I was in a couple of Facebook groups, but nothing as interactive as this. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited. But Bria is going to be helping to coach and answer questions and stuff along with the three of us. And then my sister is on here too. If she will unmute, her name is Amy, and she has been doing keto for August, and she is like, I tell you, she's like the best cook ever. She she can figure out the keto recipes and stuff. So she is on here, and she is going to be going live and doing live cooking for our recipes and stuff. And this is Amy. You want to say hey?
Hey.
And how much have you lost total?
Right at 50.
Yeah, right at 50.
August 20th.
So she is going to be.
I will say Christmas, I didn't stick with it for about 2 weeks. So I'm getting back into it. Hot and heavy
Life
now.
happens. That's the thing. Life happens, y'all. So I will tell you that the research that I've done on this, you really need to commit. This is not like our low carb program where you can have a cheat day, once a week. You need to commit to this. And most of the programs that I'm seeing, a minimum of 60 to 90 days in order for your body to get into that fat burning mode. So if you do go off of it, your body still metabolizes that fat and uses the fat for fuel instead of the carbs for fuel. Instead of like being on it 2 weeks and getting out of ketosis, that's not going to be good, because your body is not to a point where it can metabolize the fat and use the fat for fuel like it would be if you had been on it for 60 or 90 days. So that's the first thing. You want to make sure that you're committed. But I'm telling you, some of the foods on here are just like having a cheat day. So we good, people. I'm telling you, I am loving the food. I'm loving it. So I want to make sure, first of all, this is going to be a question answer session, as well as setting up your carb manager. And I think most of you have done that. So there is a chat, if you will look on your, in your little square or on your phone or somewhere, there is a, can Don Abney, is it? Well, it's Abbott on here, Abney. How do you send a chat? I saw you just did it. So can you tell everyone how to use the chat thing on here?
It depends on if you're on your phone or on your computer. But down here at the computer, on my computer screen, down at the bottom of your face, there's a little bar that'll tell you you've got chat or the record button or the share button or participants. On your phone, if I remember correctly, all you've got to do is just touch the screen and it should pop up, if I remember correctly. And then you just type it in. You just type in whatever you want to say.
Thank you very much. So instead of like everybody like speaking over each other and asking questions. If you will type your question in the chat button, I have got it up on my screen right here. I can see all the chats come up. And if you will type your question in there, when we get to that, then they'll all be here and I'm going to answer every single one. If I don't know it, Bria will know it, or if Bria don't know it, Amy will know it. So we have got the people here to make sure we answer all of your questions. But Carb Manager, so this was fun, huh? I have gotten so many messages about Carb Manager, so I figured I would come on here and do it all at once and do the instructions so everybody can make sure that they have it upright. Has everybody downloaded the Carb Manager app? That's the first thing you want to do. Download that app. After that, you want to set it up. It's going to be set up to your specifications. So you've got to put in your age and you've got to put in your weight. You've got to put in your height. You've got to put in your goal weight. So when you put in the percentages that we are going to go by, then each of your fat grams, carb grams, and protein grams are going to be different than mine. I should have specified that. I tried to, but I should have specified that because like I'm 5'1", and somebody else may be 5'7", so your calories and your stuff may be different than mine. What you want to make sure you do is have your percentages set up the same. So you want to have, and I think we decided, Bria, what did we decide? Did we decide 85% fat? Is that what we did, or 80? Hang on.
Sorry, I was muted.
That's okay.
I think we decided it was 83, I believe. I thought it was 83. Sorry, I'm
Somebody else. Okay.
my fitness cowgirl. So this is Carb Manager is new for me too.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me get on mine. That's why I'm on my computer instead of on my phone. Let me see what my settings are. So that way we are all on the same page. And I should have had this. Okay.
Melissa, I think it's supposed to be 80, 15, and 5. 80 carbs, 15 protein, and 5 carbs. Or 80 fat.
Okay, hang
80
on.
fat, 15, and 5.
Because I think we were gonna and y'all, I'm so sorry because I meant to have this all. I've actually got a picture of it. I put a picture on the thing, and we went back and forth. I talked to Lacey, and we went back and forth. And the first week, and to get you into ketosis and stuff, the first 2 days we're going to do 100% fat. After that, we're going to go to a higher amount in order to maximize weight loss. Because we are going to be using our supplements along with the keto. So we're not going to have those nutritional gaps or the lack in the nutrition like just doing keto alone has. So we are hoping to avoid at all counts the keto flu. We are going to hope to avoid all of the things that people that go, if you get online and read like all these things that people have happened to people that are doing keto, we want to make sure we avoid that so that, and we can do that by you having the proper nutrition. And also if you guys will go through like a 5-day, 8-day, like a 5-day jump start, that's going to actually get most of those toxins out of your body before you start this. So do 5 days of the regular 8-day until we get to Thursday, from now till Thursday. And then Friday we'll start this. So actually, yay, I found it. So that is so good of me. It was, yeah, no, I'm going to, I'll find it on the, it's Julie, my sister, if you will jump on the, one of y'all, if you will jump on the X Team Keto page and look at the post where it says set up Carb Manager and look at those pictures and see what the percentages were, that would be great. But
it was 3% carb, 17% protein, and 80% fat.
Thank you. Thank you. So 80, 17, and 3.
Yeah.
Yay. I knew it was something weird. I knew it was something that it was either 80 or 85 and the other ones were weird. Okay. We are going to change that too, though, later on. After we get through the first week, we're going to change that. And then once you get to maintenance, your regular keto is 70, 25, and 5. That's how you set up your macros. So I've lost so many of you. I see your faces. Okay, stay with me. We're gonna learn all this together. I'm telling you, I was like, what? What are macros? What is this? That is the percentages of your food. So a percentage, you think of like a pie chart. A percentage equals 100. So I want to show you what my part, and I hope that this is not backwards, but I want to show you what the macros are and why they're important. So this is my pie chart from today. So if you will look, you see how it's got the pie, that the red on there are the fats that I've had. The blue on there are the proteins that I've had, and the green is the carbs. So that's what you want it to look like. You want it to look like more fats than proteins and a lot more proteins than carbs. You want to keep your carbs low, and you want to keep them under 25 carbs a day. And your net carbs will show based on the information that you put in. Now, when I was setting up that carb manager, it asked me, how much do you want to lose a week? Well, there wasn't even an option for 8 pounds a week, because that's what I wanted to put in. And so then I was like, well, I want to at least lose 3 pounds a week. And it was like, oh no, you can't lose 3 pounds a week. And so then I was like, the only thing it would let me put in is like 1. And I was like, well, screw that. I'll put in whatever it'll let me put in, but I'm going to lose more than 1 pound a week. Who's with me on that? Yeah. Hello. We're used to big weight loss because of our program. So that's what, I don't think that there's any worries about that. We got y'all. But every day I have been tracking this, and I know that it at the end of the day, it'll tell you by 6 o'clock, if I haven't had all my fats, or if my pie chart doesn't look like that, where I've had more than 3/4 fat, you go eat like a fat bomb. And it's like a treat. It's the craziest thing ever. So my sister makes like these fat bombs, the Buckeyes, like the peanut butter with the chocolate on them. That's like legal, y'all. This is stuff that it's just the way you make it. So, and it's another thing, like the proteins. If you're low on your proteins, it will tell you still need this much protein. So you can go eat a piece of chicken or something in order to get your percentages how you want them. That's what's so important about Carb Manager or whatever app that you're using. We just decided to use Carb Manager because it calculates net carbs, and it gives you recipes. It's got a scanner where you can actually scan the barcode of what you're eating, and it calculates the nutritional facts for you. So everything you put in your mouth needs to go in this app until you have a good feel, which will probably be 3 or 4 weeks down the road, a good feel of what you're supposed to eat in order to get your percentages right. And I have been assured by so many people, if you do your percentages right and eat the amount of foods that you're supposed to eat, that you're going to lose as many inches as you do pounds, probably more inches than you do pounds. And I was told to put my scales in the trunk of my car because I'm the type of person who weighs 3 times a day. Oh God, I'm bad. But keto is, day before yesterday, I got up yesterday morning, I had gained 2 pounds. I almost freaked, y'all. Freaked. So I'm calling my sister. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing it wrong. I've gained 2 pounds. She's like, don't weigh, because it goes up and down. And that's just, everybody that I have talked to has told me that. So I'm going to literally have to not weigh. And I would encourage you guys after the first week to do the same thing. The first week I lost every day. So I was like all happy, but then it just stopped. And then I gained weight, not doing anything wrong. So you just, if you're a person who is like, motivated by that scale, you're going to have to get over that with me. We're going to have to be partners and get over that together, because that is, it's frustrating to me. But I feel so good. I am not letting this stop me. So if you have to weigh yourself every day, you need to call me. We're going to do this together. We're going to put them in the trunk of our car and get them out once a week. And I know Dawn is the same way as me. Yes. So we're going to do that and get them in the trunk of our car and not weigh every single day. If you have sent me an email, you will be my friend in here. That means that you can go into my account and see what I'm eating every single day. The recipes, like for the bulletproof coffee that we're doing, and the bulletproof hot chocolate, if you don't do coffee, it's in here. I got it. I figured it out. I taste tested for all day to try to find something that actually tasted good and was the same amount of fats and the same amount of carbs as the bulletproof coffee. I got it. The bulletproof coffee is 2 carbs. I got the hot chocolate to 3 carbs. And then I got the fats to 41. The fats for the coffee is 37, so it's pretty dang close. And it tastes really good. So those recipes are in here. So you can go into, if you go to your, the little 3 dots, well, my phone's not on. Hang on. If you go to the little 3 dots right up here, and I'm looking backwards right there, it will take you down to community. And if you click on community and then you click on friends and family, you're going to see like my name should be there. And so when you click on my name, it's going to take you to my wheel. It's going to take you to my foods. It's going to show you my weight, not my pounds, but it's going to show you my weight loss and weight gain. And I am being straight up in this. Everything I put in my mouth is going in here. I'm now not going to weigh every day. I'm going to weigh once a week, and it's going to go in here. It's going to hold me accountable, just like I can go into yours and see yours every day. Somebody's got on here, and I'll tell you, somebody's been putting stuff in here, and I've been looking at it. So that's why I told y'all to put your first and last names in here, because somebody named no username drank a Red Bull. They had mashed potatoes. It's just like, who is no username? Because I'm calling them. So what I would like to do, see, a lot of you have put in weights and stuff, like your weight loss and stuff already. I want everybody to go in and start with 0 weight loss. So take out any kind of daily, just put your start weight. Take out everything else that you've put in for weight gain and weight loss, because I want everybody to start at 0. So starting Friday, Saturday, we'll put in our first weight. And then that way you can track it just from the keto and not from what you've done previously. So that way you'll know if it's working. You'll know if, you'll know if you want to continue on it after 30 days. So I think that would work better for everybody. I did that as well. I started right from what I weighed the morning I started keto, and then I've tracked it from then, and that's how I know I've dropped that much weight. But I'm more surprised about the inches, and I'm more happy about that. A couple of days, I will tell you that I had, like, my brain was foggy. It was just like I was processing stuff faster in my brain than it would come out my mouth, and it was just a weird feeling. So I started looking up the symptoms, and I think I got some sort of the keto flu. I was stopped up. My brain was fuzzy. I was lethargic. I was thirsty. Oh my God, I could not drink enough. Like, it was like my mouth was dry and I was just drinking all day long. I couldn't sleep. And every single one of those, I mean, I was looking at the symptoms for the keto flu. Every single one of those was that. So I think I got it, but the next day I was fine. So it lasted one day, and my sister was like, you got to have salt. So pink Himalayan salt needs to go on your shopping list. That is something that's going to give you electrolytes to keep you from getting the keto flu. So we don't want to get any kind of, she could have told me that beforehand, but She just wanted to wait until afterwards. Love you. So make sure you put pink Himalayan salt on there. And if you want to take extra magnesium and potassium supplements, you can do that as well. That's one of the other things that was recommended as well. But if you're taking our action, you should not need those two because it's in that. But the pink Himalayan salt, that is something that you do need.
Pickles. Pickles is another big thing that you need too because you get leg cramps a lot.
Pickles.
And
All right.
pickle juice.
Pickles.
And a fat bomb, you can wrap a pickle into bacon, wrap bacon around a pickle and bake it. Those are delicious. And those help, the vinegar and stuff in the pickles help with the leg cramps.
See why I have her on here with me? Thank you, Amy. So yeah, leg cramps, that was another sign of the keto flu too. So yeah, just make sure you're getting in your salt. Make sure, Bria.
Let me tell you, those bacon wrapped pickles, Stephen was making fun of me because I took him to a church like social because you want to have something there that you can eat. He said, nobody's going to eat those. I said, all right, we'll see. They sucked them up. Like, those are good, even for people that don't care about keto. Bacon wrapped pickles, seriously.
Put them on y'all's list. I'm just saying. I will actually get Bria to put, Bria or Amy, one of the two. I don't know if Amy's doing, are you doing Carb Manager too, Amy? I'll get one of them to put the recipe for that into their Carb Manager. I'll copy it into my favorites. So if you guys do that, you will already have it. I'm going to try to make this as easy for y'all as possible. So any of the recipes on my Carb Manager, when you go in and look, you should be able just to click on the recipe, click on the 3 little dots at the top top right, and then save it to your favorites. So that way it will be on yours. You can just click it with one button and everything will go into there. So we're going to, over the next week, we're going to put food lists, we're going to put grocery lists, we're going to put menus, we're going to put everything that you're going to need food-wise before we start. All of that is going on this next week. The first 2 days, we're going to do the fat fast. Those of you who are all in with me, you're going to do the fat fast. If you can't do that, then I can't coach you. I don't know anything different. That's the only way I've been coached. So I would probably get on just Google getting into keto. It's going to take you, it could take up to 7 days to get into keto, just eating the keto foods. That's what the thing says. Maybe if you're drinking trim sticks, maybe a little bit less. But I know that if you're doing the 100% fat, that you should be able to get into that in 48 hours. Once you get into ketosis, that's when your body starts using fat for fuel. And I have been putting articles on the keto page. What is keto? Why is it good for you? And I am learning so much. So read those. They're very, very interesting. And some of the things I had no idea. So very, very interesting.
Another good thing too, if y'all have Netflix, the Magic Pill. Go on there and that tells you a lot about why you need to get into ketosis. And so it's called the Magic Pill and it's on Netflix.
The Magic Pill on Netflix. I have not watched that yet. So I will, she told me about that earlier and I was going to watch that actually tonight. So the first 2 days is going to be the Bulletproof Coffee. The recipe is already posted on the keto page. So I would go ahead and if you were going to the grocery store, get your MCT oil. It's also at Walmart. You can also get it off Amazon. The Kerrygold Irish butter is at Publix. Everything I've bought has been at Publix, but I think they have all of it at Walmart too. Kerrygold Irish butter. Heavy whipping cream. They have that at Walmart and at Publix, and probably in all of your other grocery stores wherever you live. I don't know if everybody has Publix. I think they're just maybe in the South. And then the coffee, and I use stevia. The stevia in the raw, I use a pack of that in it. And that's the recipe that's in the Carb Manager. I put it in a bullet, and I blend it for about 30 seconds. Pour it into a coffee cup, and I swear it tastes like a Starbucks Americano coffee. It is very, very good. And now I'm addicted to them, and I will not even use my flavored creamer in my coffee at all. I'm just drinking those every morning. I love them. So I was really worried that I would be like, oh my God, butter in my coffee. Ugh! You know, it is so good. It's really good. So don't knock it till you try it. Just give it a try. That's what you're going to eat that you're going to do that in the morning. In the evening, you can do it decaf, and then you're going to do it the second day, morning and evening. And if you're like me, you can throw in that omelet in the middle of the day, and it still works for me. So you can do scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, whatever, just something if you're just dying. And I needed something. This is your journey, so you're going to have to do what you got to do. But make sure you have your ketone strips, and you can get those in the pharmacy, in this cabinet where the glucose testing strips are, like the blood sugar stuff is. That's where you get the ketone strips. I actually asked the pharmacist, and he went over and got them for me. So mine were $8.99 for 50. And I think you can get them cheaper than that. I think you can get them for like $11 for 100 at Walmart. So, okay. So does anybody have any questions about the Carb Manager? I know you're going to have questions as you get into it. Is there anything that anybody has run into now that that has thrown you for a loop that we haven't addressed? Anything like that? And I'm trying to see if there's anybody said anything on here about that. Okay, how do we fix the weight? I was there automatically for me. It says I lost weight already when I didn't mean to. Okay, somebody else had that question. If you go to my measurements, you can go to the three little dots in the corner, scroll down to my measurements, and then down here, it's going to list your days right here. There's three little dots on the side. Click on this. Wait, click on this, these three little dots. Well, crap, can't do it. And it'll say delete. So you can just delete it right there. And it's under the the three lines, all the way down to my measurements, and then at the bottom you can delete it. And then my email is, what is your email? Oh, you send me your email on the Keto page. There is I think it's post number 3 that has the Keto strips and the Carb Manager app. That's where you post your email for me to put into my Carb Manager. Dawn, I may have said 85% fat at one time, but that is not what we're doing. I have perfected the hot chocolate, and it is in the Carb Manager. So how about those of us that don't have a gallbladder? I'm glad you asked, Larry Purcell, because I do not have a gallbladder. I was told a year and a half ago when I gained all this weight that was the reason I gained weight, because I can't do keto because I don't have a gallbladder. I believed it. I was told to get like all this stuff. I bought a supplement called ox bile and took it to try to break down the fats, thinking that was going to help. It didn't help either. So I went for my annual physical in November, and was actually talking to my doctor about, doing the low carb plan. And he looked at me, he says, why don't you just do keto? He said, that's a really good program. And I was just like, I can't do keto because I don't have a gallbladder. And he looked at me, he said, so what does that have to do with anything? I was like, what? What do you mean? What does that have to do with anything? You can't, you're fat. What? I don't know. I can't do it because I don't have a gallbladder. He says, you can do it. He says, you can do keto. He says, your gallbladder don't have anything to do with keto. He said, do keto. And so right after that's it had to have been the end of October, because right after that's when we went to Dubai, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas parties, and then Christmas, and then New Year's, and then Mexico. And I didn't have a chance to do it till now. But then that's when I was saying, I was like, I really think I want to try it, but I don't know how to do it. And here we are. So Larry Purcell, let's do it. No gallbladder, no matter. Okay. So here we go. Let's do question answers, and let's see what we got here. Let's see. Where do you get MCT oil? You can get it at any store, and it's with the protein bars. It's with the like the protein powder and stuff like that. So at Publix is on the same aisle as the vitamins and like all the Cliff bars and Kind bars. You know, you've got that whole section of Slim Fast and all that. It's at the same place as that. That's where the MCT oil is. What products can we not take with our ultimate? Oh, y'all not gonna be happy with me. No more spring. Spring is 6 carbs. And for the first several days, no global blend. So build up your global blend. Global blend has 4 carbs for 1 capful. So I didn't do it for 6 days. And then now I count it in my carbs. So build up drink glasses of it so you can get it in your system. I know Dawn's dying. But yes, it's got 4 carbs. So just the spring and the global blend together, that's 10 carbs, 10 net carbs. We can't do that. So Swerve that's going to be your best friend when you start doing recipes. It is a sugar alcohol. I think it's called erythritol or something like that. But it's got they've got granulated sugar, they've got a powdered sugar, and they've got a brown sugar. And it tastes no aftertaste at all. Be careful using it cup for cup, because I used it cup for cup and it was too sweet. So, you know, you may have to adjust it. So just watch out for that. But it is a fantastic sugar substitute for sure. Let's see. You can drink decaf coffee with it. That's fine. You don't have to drink caffeine. I personally love caffeine, but you don't have to have caffeine. I do change it to decaf coffee in the evening. So is there a group that I need to be invited to? If you're on the Zoom meeting, then you should be in the group. It is the X-Team Keto group. So it is a closed group, but if you are on Cynthia's team, she is inviting you and will approve you. If you are on my team, you're automatically approved once you're a member. Okay. Again, 80% fat, 17% protein, 3% carbs. Okay, I will, Zip Sticks are the same as Global Blend. Zip Sticks is just the powdered form of Global Blend, and it has 4 carbs too, so no Global Blend. So in order to be in this group on the day we start on the 1st, you have to have placed an order in the last 4 months. So we are going to be using our Zingular supplements along with this. And of course, you know, we are Zingular. So, you know, even if you're just using the fat burner, you need to have just at least ordered that. I would recommend Action for sure. I would recommend the fat burner, Trim Sticks, and your Lean Shake as a minimum. So the Trim Down Trio plus Action, that's what I would recommend. As a minimum. You can look in my Carb Manager and see what I take. I take everything. I love my supplements. I take the XR2, I take the Zing, I take I'll do a Trim Stick every day, and you've got to count the carb. That's only got 1 carb though. I do the Trim Stick every single day. I do the Flush at night. I do the Cheat. I do cardio. You can go in there and see all the ones that I take. And I'm doing the old Accelerate and the new Accelerate until that one runs out. Let me see. What else? How many cups of keto coffee per day? Well, the recipe that I'm using, when I put it into my bullet, I pour 2 cups into my bullet. I do 1 heaping teaspoon of the MCT oil. I do a tablespoon of the Kerrygold butter, and I do 2 tablespoons of the heavy whipping cream and 1 pack of stevia or 1 teaspoon of Swerve. So you're actually going to do 4 cups. But the first part of the day, 1 serving is 2 cups. The second serving is 2 cups. That's how I've got it in there. If you need to do less, you can do less. So just make sure you don't do less of the oil and the butter and the whipping cream, because you want to make sure you get your fats in. Can you drink tea in the evening with MCT and butter instead of coffee? I would assume that hot tea has the exact same nutritional facts as coffee. I don't think it has anything in it. As long as it doesn't have any carbs or anything in it, I would assume that would be fine. I don't know how it'll taste. Well, I didn't think coffee would taste good either, Judy, but tea may taste just the same. I'm just saying. I haven't done taste testing on the tea, so we'll see. I use cashew milk. For what, Dawn? For my shakes? You can shake your head. I'm looking. Cashew. Oh, for the hot chocolate?
Yeah, you've got cashew milk written down on several recipes. Okay.
I don't have almond milk. I use cashew milk with everything. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Does anybody else have any questions? I know who you are, Kathy. Western woman. I know that one. Okay. Hot tea fat bomb. Okay, I want to know, just by you should be able to raise your hand if you're on here. I want to know who has done keto and been successful at it that's on here. Has Amy has. And I know Bria has. Who has anybody done keto and and been successful at it and knows? Raise your hand if you have. Or just raise your little hand. If you're blacked out, raise your little hand on. I think you can click on your square and raise your hand, or send a chat or something. So just 3 of you. Oh, good, y'all. That makes me so happy. It does. It makes me happy. So we really are learning together, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, people that are diabetic. I want you to go into the, and I think it's post number, and I'll actually read this because this was fascinating for me when I've started researching this and stuff. Hang on, let me get on here because I really want to read this because I don't want anybody to think that I'm just shooting off, at the mouth without actually doing my research. But there is several articles. This is just the one I posted, but there are several articles that talk about the benefits of keto. And let me find it here. Here it is. Okay, it's the health benefits of keto. The first thing is it burns fat, so you can drop a lot of weight and quickly on the keto diet. Ketones suppress your hunger hormone. So reduced appetite means it's easier to go for longer periods of times without eating. And I will tell you, that after that second day, I have not been hungry at all. It's taken me, I have to make myself eat because I'm not getting hungry, which is like a complete change. The second thing is it reduces inflammation. So the keto diet is anti-inflammatory. So we all know that most pain in your body is not caused by the bone or joint itself. It's caused by inflammation. So hello, that's a good thing too. Maybe that will compensate for not taking Global Blend for a couple of days. That this could protect you against major degenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's or cancer. I read that on 3 different articles, 3 different websites, 3 different authors. So that is encouraging, The third thing is it fuels and feeds your brain. Ketones provide an immediate hit of energy for your brain, and up to 70% of your brain's energy needs, and 70% of your brain's energy needs when you limit carbs. fat also feeds your brain and keeps it strong. Your brain is at least 60% fat. That is why I'm so smart. I'm just saying. I got a lot of it. Just kidding, y'all. I'm so kidding. But it needs a lot of good fats to keep it running. So that's why, it's just like everything's clear. And it's weird. It was not like that last week. It's just been in the last couple of days. I can remember stuff when I walk in a room. That is unusual for me. Usually I get in the room and I'm just like, oh God, I have to go back and retrace my steps to figure out, but I haven't done that in the last couple of days. So that's very exciting. The fourth thing, it increases energy. And that has not been a problem for me. Ketosis helps the brain create more mitochondria, the power generators within your cells. More energy in your cells means more energy for you to get stuff done. And I will tell you this too. I don't like to sweat. I don't like to go to the gym. I don't like to do anything like that. But this week I've gone to the gym 3 days and I've walked on my treadmill at my house. Like when I've got 100 things to do, I have done that. So that really is true. And then the last thing, Connie, you're gonna like this. The last thing it says, it lowers blood sugar. The keto diet may reverse and even cure diabetes. Keto stabilizes insulin levels and lowers blood sugar to the point that many diabetics can come off their medication when switching to the diet. I would make sure I talk to your physician. I would make sure I keep a check on your blood sugar, especially if you're taking metformin to lower it, to make sure that it doesn't go too low. Same thing when you're doing our program, how it lowers it, and you just want to make sure that you don't go too low. But that's very encouraging and very exciting to think that, that could be just from the diet, the change in your diet. So I'm really excited about this and what it's going to do for our health, health-wise. Okay, you're the second person today, Judy, that has talked to me about Dr. Berg. So my sister and I just had a whole conversation about him. And didn't you tell me, Amy, that is he the one that did that magic pill? Is that? No? Dr. Berg? Okay, so that's something else. So, but yes, if you go on YouTube, there is a ton of stuff. Google has a ton of information about keto. So I'm going to have several people get on over the next week to talk to you about different things and talk to you about different ways that we're going to do this. Pinterest. You want to download Pinterest. Pinterest is going to be your friend. It has got every keto recipe known to man. And if you go on, so in your Carb Manager app, under the premium section, it has like all these recipes, and you click on the recipe and it says, oh, you have to pay $40. Put the name of the recipe in Pinterest, it's there. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to upgrade. You just take the recipe and it's got pictures. The one that looks good and sounds good, take it and put it in Pinterest, and that recipe's there. So you'll be able to use that without having to pay the $40. So I'm all about free, y'all. I'm just saying. And if you want to start a keto board on your Pinterest, and we can pin each other, or we can tag each other in them and share each other's boards and stuff, that would be fun too. So if you find a good recipe, I'm going to put a recipe, like a recipe heading on a post on the keto page. So you can go under there just like you do your questions, go under there and post your recipes, and we'll have just a whole library of them. Okay, let's see. Bulletproof coffee has got its own post on the keto page. It's got its own post. I think it's even numbered, I think. So that way you can do it, or you can go into my Carb Manager and just click on it and put it in your favorite foods. An insulin-dependent diabetic cannot fast. That is something that you need to talk to your physician about. And I am not one. I don't know anything about like the health. I'm not going to tell you don't do it. I'm not going to tell you to do it. I would do my own research and find out what you need to do to get into ketosis if you cannot fast those first few days. So that's exactly that's how I would do it. I would Google and do my own research. Do not listen to me. If you're concerned about, if you've got health issues and stuff, I am not going to tell you, like, I would not want to take that responsibility on myself. I would want you to do your own research. Reading about ketosis. Karen is getting ready to start, but she's done a lot of research. And Dusty says, video on YouTube by Tom DeLauer. There is a guy, I don't know about this. Yes, there is that, and I think somebody sent me that with the question and answers things. Go on YouTube, just Google it. If you've got a question, Google is my best friend. I'm telling you, you can find anything on Google, but just make sure that the source is reliable, because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but not everything on the internet's true. I know, y'all. I really thought it was for a long time, but it's not. I know y'all shots, but not everything is true. So make sure that the source is reliable when you, WebMD is a great site, and there are, I've got like a list of the ones that I am looking at that I have researched against each other to make sure. I would not post anything on this board unless I have talked to people and researched it before. That's why if some of you have asked me questions, I'm not going to answer them until I know for sure the answer. So those of you who have messaged me, I'm sorry I haven't responded yet. I just don't know. So I'm not going to just tell you something that's not true. I guess that's it. If anybody has anything else, raise your hand real quick or just unmute yourself and tell me. If not, we'll close this thing up, and we may do this one more time. I'm going to try to get Cynthia on, and so we may do probably a Facebook Live instead of a Zoom. So that way, if this doesn't record and I can't post it, so then at least we'll have it forever. So I just wanted to see everybody's faces and stuff. I love that so much better. I like this so much better than the Facebook Live because I can't see anybody. So does anybody have anything?
Hey, Melissa, what's your name on Pinterest? Is it under your name?
Oh, Lord. I don't think he would have go to my pictures.
Well, you said follow you. Never mind.
Hang on. I've got a Pinterest.
Oh, Lord.
I get everything off my sister's page. I let her do everything for me. I don't even know how to. Oh, it is. It's Melissa Adams. That's it.
Well, I can't find you.
It's Melissa Adams, and it's got the 3 little doggies. I mean, me and Kevin and Taylor with our little doggies on there.
Okay, I'll keep looking.
Let me see if it's got. My username is madams062611. So that's my username on there. I don't know if that makes a difference. So I have no idea.
Okay.
I'll find you. How about that?
You can't find yourself. So. Okay.
She's still on here. She may have gotten off. She has got a fantastic Pinterest page with it's a whole keto board. She's still on here. Amy, what is your name on Pinterest? Because she's our cook. I'm telling you, everything. She cooks stuff for me all the time. Do you know what your username is on Pinterest?
I think Amy Riggins.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll find out and let you guys know, and we can do just go in and share with each other. So that way I'll find out what it is and find out how to do it and find out how to find people, because honestly, I don't have a clue. I don't use Pinterest enough to know. So
I know you can go in there and search my name, and you have to, instead of boards or whatever, you can search people and just search Amy Riggins.
okay. We'll find that out. Okay. If anybody doesn't have anything else, I am so thankful that all you guys are going to get on board with this and going to try this and do this. And we're all going to be super, super thin when we go to Zing Fling. So here's the thing. When we all go to Dallas, I want our whole group to get up on stage and say, oh, y'all should have done this with us. That's what I want to do. I want to have it to where I would love to calculate and you know, whoever stays for, you know, for the whole time, 90 days. I'm planning on doing it for until we go to Zingfling. That's when I'm planning on doing it. Get a total weight loss and, you know, just say this group has lost this much weight in 90 days. And I think it's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a bond and be able to share something. And I just want y'all to know that I'm thankful that y'all are trusting me, and I'm going to be praying for each one of you that it works and that there's no issues. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. And if y'all need anything, we'll be on that board. You can always PM me, and we'll see you later. Love y'all. Bye.
Thanks.
You're welcome.